What's up, everybody? King of FOMO here, coming at you with your daily crypto update. Make sure you follow me over there on Telegram. That's t.me/KingofFOMO1, as well as my chat, which is going to be linked in the description below. Now, bear in mind, this video is going to be nothing about DeFi or Uniswap coins or altcoins or anything like that. So if that's your cup of tea and that is your only cup of tea, then go ahead and click off this video. But if you're in the crypto space to earn, no matter where it is, if you're a type of person that likes to diversify, then definitely stick around. We are talking about passive profit platforms today, and particularly I want to get into how I'm earning about 5 Bitcoin monthly from these different types of passive profit sites. Particularly, there's about 5 that are my tried and true platforms right now. And of course, they've been working out extremely well, about 4 of them, but you guys have to keep in mind they all come with risk at the end of the day. So make sure that you are risk averse. These companies, even though they have people behind it, they have real people doing real stuff behind the scenes, and it seems really promising. In their terms and conditions, it states that catastrophes can happen, things can go wrong, and you're not guaranteed anything when you sign up. So your crypto is essentially gone if you do send it here. Keep that in mind. Nonetheless, like I said, because I've taken the chance, and you're always going to have people that will tell you you're doing the wrong thing in crypto and what to stay away from. If you listen to those people and you just get scared of everything because people are telling you to be scared, then yeah, you're not going to get all these opportunities. You will be safer, yeah, of course, but you're not going to get the opportunities that you're looking at right here. So like I said, about 5 Bitcoin monthly, and that's pretty much just from one platform. We'll talk about that one in a second. If I added up all of these, it would probably be closer to maybe 6 or 7 Bitcoin monthly if I really took all the numbers together. But let's get right into it. First, let's talk about qubittech. This is the new kid on the block. Well, kind of. I've been in qubittech for about 3 months now, but I've really started to go hard in it this month. You'll see that in my last video, I said I was going to do a 1 Bitcoin deposit, and I did do that deposit. You can see I have a digital gold license. There's my 1 Bitcoin, and I think starting tomorrow, I'm going to be starting to earn some USDT in here. Now, my first package from way back when, I think on June 20th is when I purchased this, or June 10th is when I purchased this first package. You can see that it's been 3 months, and actually it's been, yeah, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, that's about 4 months. So about 4 months, and you can see that I've gotten 100% back from here, and that's with 0 referrals whatsoever. So a lot of people, they always say that these things are impossible without referrals, but you have to understand, if you can earn like 2x from a Uniswap coin overnight, these are people that are trading your crypto when you send it in, and if they get 2x, then they can stretch that out for an entire month to continue to pay you out, and they can make more profits on top of that. That's generally what these companies are doing behind the scenes if it works out well. So qubittech working out nicely here. If you guys do want to get started with qubittech or any of this stuff, there's a link tree in the description below with links to all of this stuff right away. With qubittech in particular, you do need a VPN to access this website if you're living in certain countries. It doesn't ban you from signing up, and it doesn't even do KYC for you signing up, but it does IP address block certain countries from accessing the website in the first place. But like I said, there are other people from the US that have used this that I know that are other reputable promoters. So take that with whatever you want, and of course do your own research with all of this stuff. Next up, let's move right along to CashFX Group. So with this one has been steaming along really nicely for over a year, almost a year and a half since I've been in CashFX Group. Generally, a lot of people like to say that these types of platforms, they have a lifespan of about 5 or 6 months before they go belly up. And that's generally true for most, companies in general. We don't have to say investment companies, but just most companies don't survive for more than 5 or 6 months. But with CashFX Group, they've proven that completely wrong. Now, I've put in about 20 Bitcoin in here altogether, and I've already taken out about 50 Bitcoin altogether from CashFX Group. Now, what I'm making, this is the platform that kind of made the title of this video. I am making about 5 Bitcoin every single month from here, and that's with just trading, it's about 2 Bitcoin every single month. But with the way that I've built up the team, and team building is a big deal. If you guys really get into this stuff and you start to learn how to team build, you can make a lot more. And like I said, I make an extra 3 Bitcoin from doing the team building from CashFX Group, but it's been working out so smoothly. And on top of that, like more and more people are doing upgrades, so it's not like things are slowing down and interest is getting lower. It's not like the company seems to be panicking. They're actually doing faster payouts. Like the last payout we got is even faster. They're doing more development, and it just seems like overall positivity and excitement with CashFX Group altogether. Like I said, take it with a grain of salt. Even though things can be extremely good one day, they can be extremely bad the next day. But nonetheless, CashFX Group has proven me wrong and proven a lot of people wrong in the fact that they've stood the test of time for sure. So I am going to keep running with this thing. Once I do reach 100 or 200% in both of these, my bear capital and my bull capital, then I am going to be doing another 10 Bitcoin upgrade, and I'm going to keep running with this for as long as possible because CashFX Group seems to be working out really well. That's just my personal strategy. You guys have to make your own strategy at the end of the day. Now, the other two that I've talked about is Vitalium. This one is also running smoothly. This is your competitor to Binance. Now, what they're having, they just recently launched their BLM token. Now, this BLM token is currently worth about 23 cents. When it started, it was worth about 20 cents, so it's already gone up quite a bit in percentage. And what I've been doing from here, this is just like CashFX, just like Qubit and the other two that we're going to talk about. You buy a package and you earn a certain percent, usually about 1% every single day, either 5 to 7 days a week. Now, I'll show you in CashFX Group, so because a lot of people were asking me, you got to show the percentage, don't just talk about the numbers, and that makes sense because I mean obviously you're going to be putting in a different amount than me if you do decide to start these things. And CashFX Group, you can see that this is the last payout that we got. This is a 2%, nearly 2% payout for one day, which is extremely good as a positive payout. And all of these companies, just so you guys know, they don't give you your capital back at the end. That's a question that I get very often is, well, after your package expires, do you get everything back? And no, you do not get everything back at the expiration of your package. You earn back what you kind of put in. You get ROI, and then you earn on top of that over time. So with Vitalium, same thing here. They have their BLM token. So what I'm doing is instead of keeping all of the earnings that I'm getting in USD and just moving it out into Bitcoin and withdrawing that within a 5-hour time span, I'm putting it all into this BLM token because what they're projecting is that their token is going to hit somewhere around about $1 by the time their exchange launches, which I think is sometime in this January, sometime next year, Q1 2021. So if everything goes smoothly, then what I'm going to see is at the very minimum a 5x increase, close to about a 5x increase from all of the funds that I'm earning up until then. Somewhere around then, of course, the token price is going to rise over time, so you have to kind of calculate that. But nonetheless, we're looking at about maybe a 4x increase over time. Now, of course, I can decide if I want to kind of just pull out early before, because when you have big launches like that, a lot of things can go wrong during those big launches. So if I wanted to pull out early and just take my profits for the 2x or whatever like that, I could do that, or I could ride this out until the Vitalium exchange launches and even go beyond that and see something like BNB where that launched at a couple dollars and now it's at $20. I could ride it like that if I wanted to as well. It depends on my risk factor, and of course if you guys do this, you guys have to determine your own risk factor. Vitalium also working out really well. They're doing a lot of updates with that. You have your I forget the leader's name, but the guy that created this whole thing, Sam Walsh I think his name is, and he's doing conferences, and I think he's doing something in Dubai soon, just like PGI Global's also doing something in Dubai soon as well, so definitely be on the lookout for that one too. Bitex is another one, very similarly to Vitalium. They're launching their exchange, again, competitor to Binance as well, with a few tweaks and differences. You guys can really dig into what I recommend that you guys do is for all this stuff, when you guys are doing your own research, I'm not going to baby you through everything, but they have stuff under marketing and education where you guys can learn more about these projects. Usually they have a PDF that explains everything about what's going on, and you guys can watch some other videos and interviews with the leadership behind these platforms as well. One of my mainstays is with these passive profit platforms. I try to really avoid going pretty heavy into the ones that have anonymous everything and just like shady everything. I try and have a little bit of credibility, a minimum amount of credibility for some of the people running these things. And that's the case for these 5 platforms that we're talking about here today. Like I said, Bitex doing the same thing. My strategy is the same here. They're also projecting their BUX token to be about $1. So that's still looking at about 5x increase. You guys can see the amount that I have right here in BUX. Again, these these withdrawals are pretty much instantaneous. I could take this amount out, get myself 0.1 Bitcoin right here, and you know, be good with that. But you know, for me, it's just gonna sit in my wallet, and I'm just gonna keep doing that every week. So I have the risk forte to be able to survive a couple of weeks here, and cross my fingers that nothing bad happens, and keep it in the platform. And then I'll do my withdrawal later when we see maybe this BUX coin go up to 20 cents or 30 cents, and I'll make a bigger profit from not only earning the percent daily, close to about 1% daily from these things, but also from the percentage increase in the BUX price and the Vitalium price. And the final one that I want to get into is PGI Global. Now this one's going to be, it's not going to load up properly, but for PGI Global, what I have earned from here, if you guys want to know, this is the platform that actually has paid out probably the most. It's probably on top of all the other platforms in terms of just raw earnings, because they do pay 7 days per week. They do pay approximately 1% a day, but then you have your occasional day where they pay 1.8%. And that's a pretty huge deal, especially if they're doing 7 days a week. That really puts it ahead of other companies like CashFX Group, even if they have a couple of good days in CashFX Group. Since Vitalium has that extra 2 days on Saturday and Sunday that they're doing trading, essentially they're getting an extra 2% over you know, all these other companies doing 1% daily as well. And then, you know, like I said, and putting on top of that the extra earnings that they're getting, it's really lucrative, especially for people who are not promoting. But even people who are promoting, you're gonna be better in all of this if you're promoting, period. So if you learn how to network market, I'm not really gonna teach you that on this channel. I've tried to do that multiple times before and have failed miserably, but there's plenty of other people out there that can teach you how to network market, and you can use that to your advantage to earn more in these platforms. And there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people always will tell you that you're a terrible person for learning how to promote something, and like, really, I mean everything that you see is a promotion. Everything that you've bought it because of a promotion. So becoming somebody who promotes something and is good at that is, in my opinion, not a bad thing. It's just that a lot of other people, I think it's mainly just jealousy. A lot of other people are just upset that other people are being more successful than them, and they just don't want that to happen. So they come up with some reason to say why it's a bad thing that you shouldn't be promoting, blah, 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 blah. But that's a whole nother side tangent that I can talk about. All these platforms, like I said, are available in the description below. You guys want to check it out. Do your research before you just FOMO buy into all of this stuff. Of course, like I said, you have to come up with your own strategy. You will not start at the same level that I start. You will have to build yourself up. I've been building myself up. Like, all of this started for me probably about I'd say about a year and maybe 5 or 6 months ago, when I started with when I started with the CashFX Group, and I've really built up from there all the way up to where I am right here, where I've made about 50 Bitcoin overall, and it's going to continue to get to my next goals as time goes on. And my whole key, the whole thing that I'm really doing to really maximize that is to stay diversified, which is why I talked about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different platforms here today, and to compound in that diversification. So I don't want to have all my eggs, all my chickens in one basket, and at the same time, I don't want to have all my eggs and all my chickens in my own basket doing nothing for me. So that's my way of kind of multiplying, and it's been working out nicely. Of course, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I've talked about things here on this channel that have worked out absolutely terribly, were a giant mess. In particular, I'm thinking about Nexums. That one was a complete and total failure. There's another one that recently got also was pretty much a failure for everyone that was involved in it. So, you know, bad things can happen, but I don't let that get me down. Good things can happen as well, and they hopefully will stand on top of all the bad stuff. That is everything for today, guys. Hopefully that was a little bit motivational for you. Of course, do your own research. Talk to me in the Telegram channel if you have questions about any of this stuff. I will catch you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, especially if you don't want to miss out on updates for new platforms. There is one other new platform that I'm looking at, and I'll get you guys that one as soon as I have checked a couple things. Peace out.